Welcome back. We're gonna kind of change it up. We're gonna start giving a little intro to what the episode's about. You're not gonna read the description, so we're just gonna kind of upfront and tell you what it's all about, who we're talking to, what goes on. Before I give you the description though, I gotta give love to the dogs. MV, the dogs, man. All I'm gonna say is way to work, boys. And D2's real lucky. Real lucky we didn't get in. There's an asterisk to some of those teams in there. And they know it. They know they're happy they don't got to see you guys. Good stuff. Now to the episode. This episode is an all-timer. There's a little adversity you got to push through. But to get to diamonds, you got to push through. You got to push through the dirt. You just got to fight through it, man. And this is what this one is. I forget to hit record on the mics. It's an innocent mistake. Everyone, it happens. This is a homegrown little situation here, all right? We fight through. The quality's not there, but it's the substance. The substance is there. And that's just like who we talked to today. Makiah. Makiah's an artist, man. He is all time. Listen to his album Growing Pains. Pause it here. Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen. Look up Makiah. Look up Growing Pains. This album, 7 songs. That's it. 7 songs. And it's not going to be enough for you. I guarantee you. You're going to finish the 7th song and want more. He is so talented. And it's so deep. He talks about what the album's about. Talks about his influences. We get emotional. We almost cry. This is a good one. There's a lot of laughing and there's a lot of emotion. It's a good one. It's a good one. You're going to love it. Just once you finish, you're going to fall in love. All we ask, get on his page. Go to his page, Maki Sweatshirt. Shoot him a message or comment. Hit his comments and just demand more music and to start this podcast. He's on the brink. He wants to. Put his feet to the fire. Push him. Push him. Help us get him there. He wants to. We're going to make him. We're going to make him. You got him, man. We're so excited. We appreciate it so much. Kyle, that you came on, man. You're going to love this episode, man. Enjoy. Makiah, thank you.
You guys got quite a few.
Oh, yeah.
This is sick.
We're running off iPhones.
Yeah.
This is legit,
But
though.
it was
I respect it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, most of the time of, at least starting it.
Mm.
I mean, I wanted to do it for, almost a year before doing it. But every time I, thought about it, it was oh, well, I need this, I need that.
Yeah.
But then, realistically,
Once you do your research, it's
all you need
there,
is
right?
one camera, one phone, something.
For real, yeah, you guys are really making it work. I really want to start a podcast myself. This is, like I said, I'm probably going to leave here and just, be so motivated to start my own now.
I
Hey, we got another space.
I did
Hell yeah.
flag football a few years ago with a buddy, a guy I met. And we still kind of stay in contact, and it comes to my work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of the same thing as, he wanted to start one with his buddy where he talks about, anime and stuff.
Yeah.
And he just kind of has sat on it for, months.
Okay.
And then I saw him, a couple weeks ago. He was like, dude, that's sick. He was like, how do you do that? And we're just kind of, going off of, what we know and what, things I didn't know. And then, shit he didn't know and was like, I can't figure this out. I can't figure that out.
So, yeah, you really...
And it was and he was like, oh, shit, I didn't realize, oh, you're just using old phones and...
Yeah, you
it's not
inspired
that difficult.
Hell out of them,
Yeah.
That's so dope. So, you listened to my stuff before Growing Pains, right?
So the other day, I was like, I should probably listen to some of his stuff before this album.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't easy to find because you did change your name.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me find this. And I listened to it, and it was there's definitely a clear difference in the sound and
absolutely.
just your subject matter.
Yeah.
And we said it a little bit before we started, but the meaning, the heart within it.
Yeah.
It was there's a real night and day.
Yeah, hell yeah. There's the reason why I changed my name is like I decided I have a friend Ceej, so when I'm with him, it's gonna be Maki and Ceej. My friend, like, my name's Maki. Everyone calls me Maki, but like I decided to just go with Makiah, just like for my own stuff. I didn't want to be really called Maki. That's also like a name of I think it's like an Asian hors d'oeuvre or something.
Is it?
So when you look up Maki, it kind of just like I don't know. There's a lot.
You're like a fresh start.
Yeah, exactly. Like a fresh start. That's the best way to put it, you know? So yeah, Maki and Ceej, speaking of that, the reason why I brought that up is because Ceej, I wanted to start a podcast with him because me and him, we've been best friends forever. We made that album, Something for Summer.
Yeah, that's what I listen to.
Yeah.
Well, also, what's, like, where are you getting this artwork? Because, like, your artwork for this album and then the summer one, I was like, they're both sick.
I'm glad you asked that. Shout out to her name's Mama Cat Studios. That's like her thing, and she does like watercolor paintings. She's extremely good. Ceej showed me her, and she made the Something for Summer one, and it was so sick. When I made my own, I'm like, I need her to make that shit again. So I sent her like a photo of me like laying down, like, and then she created it. So she's super talented.
That's awesome. I love that because so you have a front and back cover too, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I saw that back, and that's the van. Is that the van you were talking about, like driving around with your dad in?
Yeah.
Was it Growing Pains that you talked about?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. I thought that was cool.
That van. It's funny. It sits at the top of my parents' driveway, and it's like my whole childhood. It's never ran, but it's sat there forever.
Yeah.
So it's just like a huge memory that like. Whenever I would tell my friends to come, it's like you'll see the white van on top of the driveway.
Oh, that's so it's like cool. The identifier of like, hey, this is the house, you know.
Exactly. And that van is like it's so old that like you can just see like the roots growing in it, and it's just like works perfect for growing pains.
Yeah.
So I had to put that as the back.
That is
you know? He's got like a snowman in the driver's seat, so like when people pull up at night, they're like, oh shit, there's somebody in there. You know.
That's awesome. No, I love that. I love like the just the open space of it. I think that concept is really cool.
Thank you.
Because it's almost like you have room to grow.
Yeah. So, growing pains. I've had a hard time for like the past like 4 years, like grasping the fact that I'm not a kid anymore, and I feel like not many people, maybe not people talk about it, but I don't know many people that relate to me on that. I don't know.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 25 right now.
Yeah.
So before I had my kid, I was just like always like trying to. I held way too hard onto my youth a lot. You know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, I turned 27 in January, and like every once in a while, it hits me if like someone will be asking like, oh, like something about going out, like, oh, what were you doing? And then thinking back, it's like, oh shit, that was like 3 years ago, and I wasn't that young doing it. And you're like, oh shit, man.
And sometimes like on my days off when I'm by myself, it's like that's all I can think about. Is like I'll like drive around on like these back roads that like I got a lot of memories with, and it's almost to the point where it's like probably not healthy. Like I'm too stuck on it, and I love making music, so I was just like I might as well just bring it to life, and maybe it will help me move on past that.
When I mean, before I hit you up about doing this, it was because I know Trisha, grew up with her, and she had posted it, and like I knew you made music, but I never listened to anything because, like we said, it's like we went to school with random kids who made different genres of music, and like none of it was that special.
Hard to take serious.
Yeah, so I was just like whatever. But so one day she posted it and said something of like, "This means a lot," like blah blah blah, and I was like, okay, like I at least know. I know who she is, and I know like she's not gonna bullshit something, and like if it means something to her, like, and she's openly putting it, like that means something. It's like, fuck, I'm not doing anything. Fuck it, let me hit it. And the piano started, and piano's a quick way to get me emotional. Piano fucks me up.
Did you play the piano for that song?
No, actually I didn't. I just write. I just write and sing and rap. Those are like the only things. I wish I could pick up an instrument. One day I will, but I didn't. But yeah, I'm the same way with you. Like
It's
that piano.
That's exactly what got me hooked.
There's multiple piano hits, and then like you hit about your family, your friends, and then like it was tough, man. Every time I do listen to it, I get a little choked up, and because you send me right to my spots of I think the same thing as you is like, oh shit, like I'm not as close with this dude anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I never see him. Oh man, wow, that memory's 3 years ago. That's a fucking long time ago.
I try my hardest
Oh.
to touch base on all those things, and it's like I feel like this conversation never happens with people. Like I just feel like I never really talked to anybody about it, and when I made that music, it really opened up the conversation. Here I am sitting now talking about it, which is really dope. Yeah, the first song, I'm talking about how I'm leaving my parents, and I'm like so blessed to have such a strong relationship with both my parents. Like we're so close, and I grew up with both of them. Once again, I'm extremely blessed to have that, and they never pushed me out leaving. So I always never wanted to leave.
Yeah.
So there's a song by John Mayer called "Stop This Train," and he kind of talked about that. It was very inspired by that song. It's just like really hits me. It's like I'm scared to like I mentioned this. It's like I'm scared of like what was I gonna say? I'm scared of like losing my parents. You know, like when I'm saying I'm scared to be in this world one day, just me on my own. That is just like such a huge fear. Like gives me
Speaking of
extremely
parents,
anxious. Yeah.
that's really awesome to have that support system behind everything as well.
Yeah, I'm very, very thankful.
After you finished it, did you wait until everything was done, or did you just like? Because you can definitely tell certain songs that are more guided to certain people, like you said, like that one's more aimed at your parents and just what that was, and like some you can tell are for your son when he's older, and then just you guys' the family you were creating. Did you, when you made it, did you kind of wait for a moment to show them, or did you wait until it's just released? Or
I always wait until it's released. I don't show anybody pretty much anything. I only show my friend CJ, and I showed my wife Trisha that I did show her the whole when it was completely finished and I didn't put it out. I showed her the whole thing, and honestly, she's probably the number one person that I have trouble showing. I don't know why. You think like I'd be? I feel like because she's the most important person, and I'm with her every day. That her opinion
matters
is the most important. To hear her not like something, I don't know why. That's just like a huge fear, and I know that she would tell me.
Yeah,
that's
so
what.
that's what she's honest about it. She's
Yeah,
like, no,
she's not no
this
yes
isn't it.
man. Yeah, she would definitely tell me, and like that's like my biggest fear is like her saying that.
What was like everyone's reaction when you first showed them? Because listening to it is like, I mean,
It's
this is the
definitely like
first
the
time we're
perfect
meeting
final
you,
cut.
but like a lot of the songs like resonated to me, and like certain emotions I have towards like my parents and my goals and stuff like that was like I would break down showing someone because of what I know it meant to share.
That's what's good about me not showing anybody personally.
Yeah.
Like they can just listen to it on their own. They did get back to me, like my friends and stuff, and it was very emotional. Like people hit me up like crying, stuff like that, which is a very good feeling. Not that I like made them cry, but you know, like it touched them. Like it was like something that I wish I could tell them, but it's hard. So I kind of like told them through that way. It's very special when I got that out there. It was like weight off my shoulders, and it did help me kind of move on to like I haven't been focusing on that, because at the very end of the song it's like this is like that song Home to You was like where I was really like I'm just like letting go of that. I have like so many blessings in my life, and I'm so worried about these other things when in a year from now I think this is funny, right here in this moment, right, I really like it, but I'm thinking about like the past, like last year. Then next year, I'll be thinking about this moment right here.
Yeah.
It's just a cycle,
Yeah,
and it's fucking unhealthy, extremely unhealthy.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I'm the same thing. I mean, I'm a year older than you, and it's the same thing. It's like I've sat for a year doing this because my last relationship, like I threw, same thing as like hints that like this is stuff I want to do, and immediately got not shot down, but kind of made fun of, and was like, all right, pack it up. We're gonna sit on this longer. And then once you kind of get a little bit of that support, you start doing it. But the same thing is like, now I'm like, oh man, like this is what, episode 25? And I'm like, shit, man, like we could be fucking on like 92 right now.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, what am I doing? It's like, it's hard to get out of your own way.
Dude, absolutely. When I made Something for Summer, that was 2019. When I made this album, it was 2022. I made so much music between that time, but I never had the balls to like really put it out. Never was confident, really. I've always kind of had confidence issues, obviously. Like, you know, like you can hear it in the album. the second track I talk about that stuff, you know, like my insecurities and stuff.
That's so crazy because, like, I mean, it was just so, like, when I saw you guys start to date and then, like, got pregnant and got married,
Yeah.
every once in a while, I mean, once you know somebody, you kind of, like, dive, you know, you creep on who they're with and, like, what that life's about. And I would see photos of, like, you making something or you and a friend, like, rapping, and I was like, oh, this dude's sick. And that is, like, watching it, I was like, oh, this dude's putting it out. Like, I don't get the vibe he's insecure because you're putting this creative shit out.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
It's very interesting to see, like...
Oh, dude, definitely. I'm definitely still... this is something that I've dreamed of my whole entire life. So, like... You know, you're right. I guess I do have a little bit of confidence to even put this stuff out. I mean, a lot of people have said that to me because, like, I'm sure everybody's got a dream that... And they take a while to really bite down.
Yeah, it's not
Here we are right now. This is you guys doing what you dreamed of doing as well. This is sick, dude. And it's inspiring me. It's super inspiring. A lot of people hit me up about making music too, and like we were talking about, like kids around, they don't make that good of stuff. It's because like sometimes they just like they see it work for somebody else and they think that it's their dream.
You have a style.
Let me adjust that. Oh yeah.
And like, who do you base? Like, what do you think is an influence on that style?
100% first is Mac Miller. I'm extremely influenced by Mac Miller my whole life. He's probably the reason why I really wanted to like really start rapping. I mean, I've had other influences through the time, but ever since I was like 4 or 5, I've been like absolutely obsessed and like had this huge dream of being like a really big artist. What started all of it, if we're really starting, is like Aaron Carter. So cringy to say that. You ever heard of Aaron Carter?
The name sounds familiar, but I don't know.
He's like the Backstreet Boys' like little brother.
Okay.
Dude, dead ass,
random
most random shit. And I used to be like so embarrassed by that, and I would like hide like his live concert DVDs when my friends would come over. But see, that's what I should have been embracing more. Even though he's trash and like I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like, you know, super corniest music. But like it put a dream in me and it put a spark in me, and I should have just kept going instead of being like scared. I feel like
own it. Like, yeah, dude, this is the guy I ride.
Dude,
with.
this shit. I should have been doing that. I should have been like, dude, this guy is fire. I don't care what you say, but.
Dude, all in New Hampshire would have loved him by now. If you had just stuck with it, and you put everyone in Franklin on it, and everyone loved everyone. There'd be a whole generation of people that love Aaron Carter.
Oh, that's hilarious. In a way, I'm glad that I gave up with that dude when that was extremely young. I moved on to other things and shit, obviously. But definitely Mac Miller. Have you guys heard much about Mac Miller?
Yeah.
That dude is incredible, man.
It's one of those like music tragedies of just like what shitty like
that dude that hit me hard.
Everything.
That was like losing somebody that I knew just because like a lot of people. I genuinely loved Mac Miller since I was a kid, so when he died, it like really hit me and my friends. We've always been huge fans and stuff, you know. I'm trying to think of other inspirations. I do really like John Mayer. He's very. I love honesty. I don't know if you guys ever heard of La Russell.
Yes, I think not a lot, but he's like signed on Russ's whole thing, right?
Kind of is, yeah. I think he like tours with them. I don't know if he's actually signed, but yeah, he works with them a lot. Yeah, that dude is incredible. I just love honesty. Honesty is like gives me a high. Like I love to hear people be vulnerable. I love to hear about like, you know, people's fears, their insecurities, all that shit.
Feeling like you get a behind the curtain of someone and what makes them, and it is
because you get to know this person you've never even seen them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was just after listening to the album, I was like, I told Josh, I'm actually excited for this interview. Like, this is something I was really excited for.
I'm glad, man. That's dope. I'm really glad you got the chance to listen to it all. And it sounds like you've been listening to it for a while.
Couple times. Yeah. I mean, we'll play it in the car a lot, and I mean, like, my girlfriend's music only comes from me. Whatever. Like, we were driving yesterday, and I was playing some guy's music, and she goes, I don't know if I have this one. I haven't downloaded a lot of the music lately. Because all she'll listen to is whatever I play.
Just share Apple Music.
She doesn't... Probably could. That's probably an easier route, huh? But we... a couple nights ago, I was like... we were going to bed kind of early, so I was like, hey...
can I play this guy's album, and you can kind of hear it as a third-party person, and let me know if you have any questions about it, or like what your wonders are with it, just so I can have another person, you know. And it just same thing, starts with piano. She goes, and then it kind of just keeps going. We get through the first song, just this is like, he's like a legit artist, huh? I go, oh yeah, like he's not bullshit. And she goes, if you didn't tell me like you were meeting this guy and doing this, she goes, I would just think you found a new artist who's already hot.
Yeah.
Wow,
And she was like, this sounds like legit. Like it's not like he was in some kid's bedroom and they're just like, this auto beat sounds sick. Like it sounds.
Damn,
And
thank you. That's
did you
incredible.
make this in a studio or with your own
No, what's
equipment?
funny is I did make my own equipment. Yeah, I made Growing Pains right in like my living room whenever I had a chance, like on a day off, because it's impossible to record music with a baby.
As a casual listener, I would never know.
That's sick.
Like I was like, it sounds like actual quality. I asked him, like, do you make it in a studio or do you make it like with his own equipment? And that blows my mind away.
I'm very lucky too, because mixing and mastering music is very hard, and there's no way I probably could ever be able to do that. And back in 2019, there's a guy named Big Germ in Pittsburgh, and he used to like mix and master Mac Miller stuff too. And I just like, I don't know what started it, but I just messaged him one day and I asked him how much would it be if I could pay him to mix and master my stuff. And surprisingly, he did answer. I don't know why he answered. Maybe he does it like all the time. Maybe that's just like his job. But he answered, and ever since then he's been mixing and mastering my stuff. Yeah.
How funny is it of like that, like how you typing that message to him? I mean, I can imagine your thought of like, there's
It's a
no way
long
this dude's
shot.
gonna answer.
Yeah.
He's not gonna answer. And you can and you're like not realizing how easy it is to get in touch with people and have that shit happen. Where you're like, oh, wow, that was much easier than I thought it was gonna be.
I know, it was super surprising. And I sent him a song, and he's very like what's the word? Like he's so one-worded. Like he'll just send it back. There is no conversation. It's just like
It's business.
yeah, dead ass. Like he'll just send it right back. That's it. Let me know, bro. That's it. Like very short. It's never like this is sick or anything. I like live to hear if he's gonna like
You hear,
this is
somebody
dope.
play
Like
it.
I haven't really gotten that. I've heard like he said like two things. Like one thing he didn't say, but like it spoke to me. I sent him the intro to Something for Summer, and he followed me back. He followed me
That's
after
cool.
that one, and I knew it must have been after that because it was the second song I sent. Then he followed me. I was like, shit.
Yeah, that's a
so
step. That's a
sick.
step.
That is cool.
He's got a pretty decent amount of followers too. So when he followed me, I was like, wow, blown away. First like real like a real ass like person in music to follow me. And then one time I sent him another song, just like this single me and CJ made, and he was like, I really liked how this came out. That's all it took. Like this dude was like a god to me. Like when he said that, I was like, this is our best song ever. It probably wasn't even close, but still, like it was really dope. So shout out to Big Germ. He's a good ass dude.
It's funny that those small things, like to him, like if we walked by him and asked about it, he'd probably like, I don't know.
He probably wouldn't even remember it.
You don't remember, but
he's like,
to
I
you,
follow
like,
him.
That's a game changer.
No,
Where it's
seriously, yeah. Little does he know, him giving me just a littlest bit of acknowledgement is just like when it blew my head up in a good way. I think. You know, I know what I'm trying to say. I'm like very like cocky.
Awesome.
But I do want to ask this because you did mention of it's hard to like kind of make music with a kid and all that. And I said it a little earlier. It's like there's a big difference between your music before getting married and having your son and all that to this album. How much do you think that like that life changing few things? How much do you think it really impacted your music?
It impacted my music like incredibly because so I'm gonna try to keep right on like your question. But when I first figured out that I was having a kid, I absolutely in no way, shape, or form was ready, and I was fucking terrified. Like, dude, I was, like I said, I was in no way, shape, or form ready to even be an adult. Like, hard to explain, hard to put it into words, but, I was just afraid to fail, you know, and it was like, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. It's like, it was something that I never knew that I needed so much. Like when he was born, even before he was born, it's like I really got my shit together, and I really loved not having my shit together at the same time. But I probably would have never came out with any more music if he wasn't born.
Yeah.
Like I would have just kept pushing it off to the side and bullshitting and stuff like that, and like he gave me so much meaning. Like literally, like he saved my life. So like I know in the future he's gonna hear from, you know, people. He might even watch this podcast and be like, wow, like my dad, you know, was no way, shape, or form ready. Like arguably didn't want me at one point, but really he saved my fucking life. And it's crazy, you know. Part of me like would feel guilty that I even had those thoughts, like, you know, I can't do this, I don't want to do this. But it's just me being honest. And I'm so glad that it happened, because like I have so much more purpose. I always had that. I've written so many raps about not having purpose or anything like that. And back to your question now, can you ask me it one more time just so I can answer it? Like,
how did your music change?
Yeah, so it changed completely. Before, I would just try to hit what everybody wanted to hear. Like I was just trying to go with what everybody was into. Right now, exactly, just like that. Like, oh,
hip hop because of this sound. All
right. Writing raps about girls. Like, dude, I am not smooth. I don't have any game. Exactly, I got no game like that, and I'm trying to rap like I do. Like, I was not living my truth at all. Yeah. But when he was born, it was like, I don't know, opened my eyes. It's just like, I can still do this, and actually it gives me so much more to write about. It gives me so much more meaning. I could be so much more, there's a lot. So it changed completely, but for the better. I'm such a better artist. I'm so much more honest. Like, I definitely am not going to reach the crowd that, like, everybody that's young wants to hear.
Yeah, but it's clearly, like, that's not who you want.
Yeah, and that's not like, who I am.
Like, I'm not gonna. We talked about in the last one with David. Is
vulnerability.
Like, I'm not gonna try and appease to you because you're not who I'm with. Right, you're not where I'm at. You're not gonna relate to me. I'm not gonna pretend to relate to you. And I mean, like, we had never met, but your music, that album was exactly my feelings and, everything I felt towards family. All that of like distance from friends, but we'd never met. Like, we didn't know each other, felt the same way.
But like
if you were just like rapping bullshit stuff, like I would have listened to the first one and be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
But it was relatable shit, and I was like, I've never met you, but I'm like, I feel like I know this kid a lot, because it's like,
because you see it the same.
You understand. Yeah, you understand and you feel the same way.
And when I was making it, I didn't feel like anybody related to me. So when I hear that, it's like, it gives me a high. Like, it makes me feel so good inside, because like there's people that can relate, and you know, sometimes you just gotta talk about it. And that was kind of like my way of talking about it and shit. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 21. I just turned 21.
Just turned 21.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fresh.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
My only thing was, after we finished it, every time I finish it, I go, fuck him, man. Put out more shit.
I know.
I'm pissed. I was like, I got 7 songs to listen to. Give me more, dude.
And
Put
absolutely,
more.
and absolutely, there's gonna be more. I'm constantly writing. I just probably wrote like the best verse of my life, and I bet every artist says that when they're done writing something. But like, I'm gonna try to like just explore and do new stuff, make new sounds. I really want to do like one takes for like TikTok and like videos, you know, stuff like that. Like just post like me singing and do like a verse.
All you need for that's like a ring light in your phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, dead ass.
Your voice
ring light. I gotta remember
pretty
that.
good too. Like,
thank you, man. I used to take singing lessons as a kid for like a year or two. So some of it was natural, and then my mom brought me to singing lessons. Unfortunately, she couldn't afford it after a while because that shit is so expensive.
Oh yeah.
I was playing your album this morning while I was at work. I was setting up for my basketball class, and one of the personal trainers comes in and he goes, "Who is this? Like, this artist's voice is beautiful." And I was like, "I know." I was like, I can't believe that this guy's from New Hampshire. Like,
that's sick, man. That is so sick.
And then they're like, "What's this person's name?" I was like, Makiah, and I love that name. He's like, "I know, that's sweet."
Yeah, that's
like, there's not a single thing about like of the music I've only listened to the Growing Pains, and just between that and just your name in general, like you have something to build off of.
Oh yeah, it's original.
And,
Yeah.
There's no one like, and now that you say like Mac Miller and John Mayer, like you can see like the influences you have, like the instrumental and then the meaningful, like letting it all out.
Hell
I
yeah,
love that.
man. I'd never, and back to like your question if the music changes, like I don't think if I never had my son, his name is Iro, by the way. Another,
It's a sick name. Yeah.
thank you, man. We wanted to go with something original like Makiah.
Yeah.
He'll hate me for a little bit, but then he'll thank me when
Oh yeah.
he gets older. Cause
Did you watch Avatar?
of course, dude,
Oh,
that's what he's named
that's my
after,
favorite
Uncle
character,
Iroh.
baby. Uncle Iroh.
Yeah, he's
I've been
so
watching
sick.
Avatar all week.
Him and Zuko's relationship are just
Mhm.
incredible, dude. Like the very ending when like so you're a huge fan of Avatar. You've watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
When he like turns around and hugs Zuko and was like, you know, I was just worried you lost your way.
Yeah.
Like that dude is so good. I love Iroh's whole like everything he betrays. Like
I like the Bossing Say days when they're going through like everyone's day and Uncle Iroh's going through his thing, helping like homeless people, and then he ends at this tree and starts playing that song for his
Leaves
son.
from the Vine. I
Yeah,
got
Leaves
that
from the
hanging
Vine.
up with like the lyrics on it, and he's sitting at the tree. I'm a diehard Avatar: Last Airbender fan.
I've been listening to this every day in the kitchen. Have you?
No. I've
Oh.
heard you listen. I've heard you watching Avatar again, but
Yeah, I'm on Korra now.
Yeah, that's a good show too.
Yeah,
that's
it's all right.
pretty
It's all
good.
right.
Yeah.
I like the original better.
I know it's hard. It's hard when
I
you
don't
come
like
out with
how-
that.
yeah.
Like, how you ever gonna top?
I wish
that?
they didn't make it industrial. I wish they kept it like the traveling nomadic kind of thing.
Yeah,
I like that style, but
That shit is sick, dude.
Yeah.
I love Iroh.
well, it just seems like a big jump. Like that's why I
Yeah.
never bothered watching. I mean,
It's
I
good.
was
It's good.
I was the right age when Avatar was coming out, so like I've seen it, but
It's so much better when
When-
you rewatch it and you
yeah,
can
I imagine
understand
so.
all the themes and stuff
but like
that.
Yeah,
the
dude.
jump of that is like everything's being like horse and carriage bullshit to
Mhm.
all of a sudden we're trains and hot air balloons and I'm just like this is a massive jump. Like you're
Well,
telling
there's
me this.
cars in the new one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
the
There's
40s
phones.
now.
They
It's
have like the crank phones.
Yeah, I'm not in for it.
It's still
Give me
decent. It's still
Carrier
decent.
pigeon, give me the old school. That's
I like
what I
it.
want.
Dude, yeah, that shit is so dope. Speaking of the Tales of Bossing Say, when Iroh's thing, a lot of people don't catch it, but it's like first he helps out kids, like the youth, and then he helps out like I'm trying to think. He helps like the middle age, and then he helps out the old. Like it's just like all three like steps of life. It's really cool.
Yeah,
He helped out that thief.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of deeper meanings to a lot of the scenarios in Avatar.
But
Last
that's a lot
Airbender.
about his character development too. Like it starts off, he was a successful general. They didn't talk about it in the beginning, but killed the last of the dragons. Like
Yeah.
this big, strong firebender who's supposed to take over the country when his father passes away. Then he gets pushed down. His younger brother takes it, and little do you know is from the beginning of the show, you know he supports Zuko, but you don't know his true intentions of like showing Zuko what the real path should be, what his father's doing wrong, and where he needs to fix everything that their family's done wrong. I
Yeah.
think that's awesome.
That is so dope. I'm actually rewatching that too. Every time we have dinner, we watch an episode or two because my son he likes like the kids shows. He doesn't like that so far yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
he's just
yeah.
not into it. It's not that he doesn't like it. It's
Yeah.
just
How
like
old is he?
he's 1.5 right now.
Oh, okay. He got. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's got time.
He's got
Yeah.
plenty of
Once
time.
he realizes
yeah.
his name's in it, he's gonna
Yeah.
be all
He's at
about
the
it.
table like, no, you don't get it. Like, he's the last airbender. Like, look, hold on, let me explain.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
she can't see?
Yeah, his name though, it's like when I was younger in Makiah, I got picked on so easily. Like I'll be in class and the teacher would try to say it. People couldn't wait for the teacher to try to say my
yeah.
name. Like some were lazy. They'd just be like Michaela. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even read that. You're lazy and all kinds of stuff. People loved it, and I used to hate it like my whole time in school. And then when I got out, it was like nobody had my name. It was really dope.
It's funny how that's always how it goes. It's like whatever you were super insecure about as a kid, and like everyone made fun of you for, is like once you're out of school and in real life, like everyone who is like probably looks at you now is like, oh fuck, he's got a full name.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm just Mark.
I'm just Mark.
Like, yeah, like everyone's like makes fun of you then, but now you're like, no, this is sick. Like this is a cool name. And they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
definitely.
fuck
Yeah,
off,
everyone in the
man.
real world loves it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter what it is. Someone's going to appreciate
Yeah,
it
no one's
for what
gonna-
it is.
Yeah, you're not gonna be on the street and be like, what's your name? I'm like, fucking nerd. And I'd be like, that's really cool.
Yeah. And nowadays, like, when I say it, they're like, wow, that's a really cool original name. I'm just like, where was that energy growing up?
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Love that.
Yeah, it does change a lot, huh?
Being different is tough, growing up as a kid, but, like, I feel like that's what you really got to cling on to, is being different. This kind of doesn't, this is a little random, but I really like this quote by, Charlemagne the God. I don't know if it's his quote, he just shared it, but it's like, when you live your truth, it makes the wrong people feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you live for you, people might shoo away, but that just brings you to a path of people who do like you for who you are.
And it's
pretty
hard
dope.
to value other people's opinions and what they think. You have to value the right people's opinions.
Yeah.
Oh
Exactly.
boy, people need to be careful. This show's getting some real inspirational quotes in the last few episodes.
Yeah.
You want to fuck around and inspire somebody.
Your eyes are getting glossy. Are you gonna cry?
Deep emotional stuff, like, again, anytime I listen to, like, the family stuff and your parents, that always fucks me up. It gets me emotional. Because I do feel the same way. It's like, I always had a hard time with being like, all right, like, should I be that different? Like, because this and that. It took a while to do this or anything like that. And, like you said now, like, I had a kid the other day who I talked to a few months ago about coming on. And he was like, yeah, man, that'd be sick. Commented on the one we posted the last week and was like, yo, this is one of the best episodes so far. This is sick. And then I messaged him to be like, hey, man, like, I really appreciate that. And he was like, dude, no, like, you're killing it. This is so sick, man. Like, keep going for it. So it's the same as, like, when you hear us, like, hyping you up on your music and you're like, oh, this is crazy. Like, why are they doing this? But it's like, oh, like, it's well deserved.
Thank you.
So it's weird to hear, but you're like, oh, it feels good to be.
I'm just like you, bro. I'm an extremely emotional person, and I kind of just say what's ever going through my heart at the time. And sometimes it's like, sometimes it's not as good. It's not like there's pros and cons to it about being extremely emotional. Like, if I feel like there was tension between me and my friend, I can't help but just message him the next day with like a big page, like, you know, talk to me. Right. I'm like over communicative.
Oh,
like it's
I know how that is.
Yeah. Send a paragraph, and they're like, I'm not reading that right now.
You ever send it so long where it gives you an arrow, so it makes a whole page?
Yeah, where it's like, this is too long. We're not even gonna show this whole thing yet.
That's tough.
Like, oh no.
That's always the worst because it's like the hook. It's like the thumbnail for your video. It's like, oh shit, they're never gonna read this whole thing.
I got a good scenario. Just about like a week or two ago, I went to a party with all my friends, and we were just like joking around. We were like arguing about like this playlist that my friend made for Halloween, and I was just like giving him shit for it. And we were just like, we were really like going in on each other. We were just like kind of roasting each other. And his girl was like, yeah, and then tomorrow morning, he's gonna send you a paragraph about it. And bro, let me tell you, that like made me so mad for a second, and I just like wanted to just like snap. But the only reason why I was mad was because it was so fucking true. Like, it was so true, and I just had to swallow that and eat that because it was just like.
You should have went up and messaged her the next morning.
It's
They're like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's tough when you get called out.
I needed to hear that though, because it was true. Because sometimes like I find myself waking up feeling guilty for no reason. Like I'm just finding like, wow, I didn't hear from this person for 24 hours. What did I do wrong? Like, I don't know if that's like fear of abandonment. I don't know what that is, but like I find myself doing that. It's like I want to just stay close with everybody. I don't want people to leave. And before I posted Growing Pains, I made like this video. It's from my friend helped me edit it. Have you guys ever heard of Steven Universe?
I saw that. Yeah,
so you got to see that. So it's like him. He's got these powers, but they go by his emotions, and like he's keeping everybody in this dome, and it's just getting smaller and smaller, and he's not giving anybody space, and they're showing it like in a literal way. It's a very cool concept, and he just keeps like bringing him in. He's like, I don't want to let you guys go. I don't want you guys to go your own way. It's just kind of like that, you know. It's the same thing that really connected to me. Steven Universe, man. I have to, now that I'm on this podcast, every single one who watches this, man, Steven Universe is like the greatest TV show ever.
I've seen parts of that.
I've seen that
belly button, right?
I've seen that clip.
Yeah. And let me tell you, no one ever believes me, and no one watches it. I think I got like one friend, actually two friends that actually watch the full thing, and they definitely.
There's a storyline to it, and that's what people don't
Dude,
realize,
it's
because each
so
episode
dope.
can stand alone. But
Yeah.
it's the same with Avatar. You can watch one episode and like, oh, okay, I get it.
And let me tell you,
But-
Steven Universe. I named my son after Avatar: The Last Airbender. Steven Universe
That's
blows.
next.
It's the next
Avatar.
kid.
no, I'm not gonna name it
It's like-
Steven.
It'd be like Sapphire.
yeah. But no, let me tell you, that show, I gotta hype it up while I'm here,
Mhm.
because it teaches you a lot. I learn a lot about myself. And what's crazy is it's a kid show, but it gets so deep. It's like it can go right over your head as long as you just keep the in between the walls. It's like, this is a kid show. Like, this scenario is all for kids, but really it's way bigger than that. It's extremely cool. The person who made it was Rebecca Sugar. The music is incredible.
Oh my gosh.
That's what you find with like.
You ride or die with things.
Yes.
I'm very much with you like that.
If you're an emotional person, you need to watch that show.
Alright, I'll
The
check it out.
first
I
season
definitely
is
will.
so hard to get through. It's so
Oh.
childish, but it gives you that childish connection,
Mhm.
and then they go from there, and then they start like making character
Mhm.
development, and it really taught me not to be a shitty person. That show.
I ride like that with Scrubs.
Really,
And
I hear a lot about Scrubs. I've never watched.
Oh
that.
my. Okay, so if you want to cry,
Dude,
That's
you've
the
watched
show.
it every time I've ever seen you watching that final episode. I've seen you cry.
I
and I've
there's
seen him watch
not.
it like a handful. of
I've
times.
gotten two people
That's
to
dope.
watch. Like, I wrote it enough where they would watch it, and every single time I go through, and then once they get to the final season, I go, let me know where you're at. Each episode, let me know, because the last episode fucks you up, and then once they even get to it, I go, I gotta rewatch that episode, because
Hell
it's the same thing as like if you watch it on its own, you're like, yeah, it's a funny little quirky show, but it has so much, like, it'll be so goofy and funny, and then all of a sudden it gets like so emotional, so serious.
You gotta open up. You
And
gotta
it's
like.
the last episode is like, there's nothing that'll make you just cry harder.
And that's the best. Like, I look for shows
Yeah.
and movies
Mhm.
like that now. Before, like, I would try to do anything I could in my, as hard as I could to not cry. But now it's like I'm like searching for that. Since Steven
Oh.
Universe, like
Yeah.
I bawled my eyes out. It really hit me where I needed. Like, it really hit me where I needed.
There's
to
nothing
hit.
like a good cry.
Are they done making
Dude,
that
for
show?
real,
Nothing
it's
like
great.
it.
It's great crying. And what's so funny is if this was 3 years ago, I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
You're gonna
Like,
cry, you pussy.
yeah, for real,
Oh,
that
yeah.
ass.
Are they done making that show? 'Cause that
Yeah,
came
they
out
are.
like only like 5 or 6 years ago, right?
Yeah, they made like 5 seasons, then they made a movie, and then they made the last season, and that was like extremely good. There's like I even proposed to my wife singing one of those songs.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, I'm telling you, that show was so inspiring to me.
How did the proposal go?
It went good
Let's see.
actually.
What was the paint us the picture?
So I like made like a little picnic inspired by Steven Universe, and because we're both like.
So I
we
really
both-
hope she likes the show too.
She
Okay,
actually,
okay.
she put me on
Imagine
it.
she did like it.
She put me on it. Yeah. I know that'd be hilarious.
She's
If,
like,
that'd be
okay.
extremely weird if she didn't like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh geez, now I'm just thankful for her because like, but anyway, had the picnic laid out, and I told her, when you hear me sing that song to you next time, that's when you know I'm gonna propose to you.
Mm-hmm.
And like my mom's friend, she's got like a nice house. She has like a little like gazebo-ish like spot. It's got a nice vibe to it. We pulled up, and I was saying that I was just dropping something off for my mom's friend, and then I had her sister and my brother-in-law filming like around the house so we can keep that moment. And I started singing to her and walking her up, and then I brought her through like this little like hedgeway, and that was like the picnic and everything. It was extremely special moment. Yeah. And now we're married, which is really cool. I love that. Yeah. We just got married like a month ago, dude.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it big wedding, small wedding?
It was definitely decent size.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good size. It was like it went from the most stressful day of my life to the best day of my life in
Yeah.
like seconds. The minute like we got married, it went from the best day, but up until then, it was so stressful, dude.
I bet.
I had like 8 groomsmen. They're all my age. None of them.
No,
It's like
no one
he-
understood it.
That's what I'm saying.
Where did you? Is this because you were like, no, like I need this dude, I need him, or you matching numbers? You're
A
like,
little bit of
oh
both.
fuck,
I don't want to piss anybody off, but
Yeah.
yeah, it got to the point where I kind of had to match numbers because she has like 5 sisters.
All I those
One
dudes
best
are gonna
friend,
watch us back and be like, "Who is this motherfucker?" But who's actually him?
Yeah, he's watching.
She's like,
he's
did I just make the list because I was a tally? You know, like, you
Yeah.
know?
It's like, wait, I got him coffee. Why wouldn't I be?
Yeah.
I have to do that so bad. Joanna has like 13 like best friends.
Oh, see, are you kidding me? I'm the opposite. There's some dudes that are gonna be cut where I'm like, you can, unless you want to walk. Some girl wants to walk again.
Dude, at this point, you're coming with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I give anybody advice, it's very hard to get married in your 20s. Early 20s, dude, holy shit, that must be hard. I'm in my mid 20s and just like getting all my friends around my age to just like work together to get this wedding. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to explain. It's just like, it's just very stressful. Maybe they were doing everything perfect, but I was just like,
everyone's in such a weird. In your 20s, it's such a weird spot. Like,
yeah.
you're married with a kid, and I got a dog.
Like, no, you got a podcast.
I got a
Josh.
podcast
You got
and a dog.
podcast.
Like, one of my closest friends, Kendra, is having her second kid in December, and all the time I go, I don't know how you do this, because she's not with either one of the. I'll check with her before I keep it in, but like she's not with either one of the fathers. They're kind of toxic. They're kind of crazy sometimes. One of them's doing good now, so
Send him
just
the
in
link.
just in case he sees this, you're doing good, buddy. Don't get mad at me again.
But you can come on the podcast and talk about
I
it.
don't know.
It's
He
fire. That's a good idea.
Beef
No.
it out, beef it out.
I don't know
Round
if he
two.
likes me that much.
You need you need some episodes like that.
That's true.
You
that's
need
true.
that tension between people. That's sick.
Yeah.
Trust. I'll be quick to burn. But I'm like, I don't know how you do this. Like, I couldn't imagine. I would have the same thought process as you. Is like, if I found out I was having a kid, I'd be like,
Wow, dude. Yeah.
I don't know. Should I go to Alaska? What am I gonna do?
Where am I gonna
Should I
hide?
dip out? Yeah. No,
Oh
for
my
real.
gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sometimes you just like you don't know you need something until it's there.
Yeah,
You
But-
know.
the hair looked good on the wedding. I saw photos.
Thank you,
The
bro.
hair looked sick.
Yeah, not many people of my ethnicity can rock braids. I'm
It
very
looks
thankful.
sick.
Yeah, Josh, you're finally like
It was
out,
sick.
you have like the third best hair on the podcast now.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Natural curls, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah.
No,
of
no.
course.
So jealous. It would be weird to be like, I gotta stick to this.
I know people that get perms. Honestly.
That's a big thing now. Like you get the fade and then you get the top permed.
Yeah.
That's a really big thing now.
It's so funny. I saw him at the party. I was like, dude, you should rock your natural hair, man. Live your truth. And he didn't want to fucking hear that shit. He's like, nah, man, nah. He really stumped me, but I don't blame him. You know. Like, that's
Do
what
you
he wants
like
to do.
having curly hair? Or you
It's
like,
just like the name. Growing up, I fucking hated it. Now I love it, man.
Yeah.
Of course I love it. I'm rocking it right now.
Mhm.
I really do love having curly hair. I get complimented a lot. It's nice, man. It's nice.
I wish I had some wavy hair.
it's everyone I've ever met. Like I've had long hair now, and then I grew up having long hair a bunch, but my hair's super straight. Like it's just aggressively straight.
It
Like
looks
in middle
thick. You
school.
got thick hair, huh? It's thin. No,
No, that's thin as shit.
Yeah, it's
is it thin? It looks
Yeah.
thick when you
It's
put it
because
up.
he got it
and-
back.
put
It's
it up
because he got it
like
back.
See, I appreciate that because I feel the opposite. Everyone always goes like, "When you gonna cut your hair?" And my thing is always like, when it annoys me, and I can't deal with
But
it
people
anymore.
stop asking.
But my now is like when I'm almost gonna cut it is because I feel like it's not that thick, so it looks bad up. But it's
No, it does look
I know
thicker
you
when
get
it's
it
up.
because it's like nothing's worse than like putting it up and like, oh, it looks fucking terrible.
Yeah,
I
dude.
can't
No,
stand it.
for real. I usually just rock a ponytail. I can't do a bun worth my life, really.
really?
Yeah, you got a
I've-
nice bun though.
I appreciate it because I feel like they always look bad. I have to go to a wedding next week, and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Have you ever tried braiding it? Do you,
No.
or it's too thin? You think?
I have no idea.
You
I
can
thought about
try
it,
it.
but I'm like, I don't know anyone who can, so I'm like, this is tough.
What I regret is I got my sides shaved. You can see right
Yeah.
here. So like if I didn't do that, my hair would be so thick. Like it'd be like you know Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
You know Sean. His hair was like a thick afro. It'd probably be just like that, but like now that I shave the sides, it kind of
You
goes
just gotta
down.
send it. You just gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I told my buddy, he just got out of the military, and he's like, I want to grow my beard and I want to grow my hair. And he then messaged me like a month after he got out and was like, I'm going to the barber. And I go, the fuck are you doing? I thought you wanted to grow it. And he goes, just the top. I want to grow the top. And I go, why?
I can't
He
get
goes,
past the
I like that looks better. I go, who gives a fuck what you think right now, dude? I was like, grow it all. The worst that happens is you don't like having it all long, and then you cut it. I go, worst thing that happens is you cut everything but the top, and then go, I wish I had it all long.
Yeah.
And then next thing he goes, yeah, that's a good point. And I kept trying to sell it to him. And then next thing I know, he goes, I did it.
Is this Brandon?
Yeah. Good fucking luck, man.
Dude,
I hope you don't like it.
I want to grow it out, but I can't get past the medium stage. Because it's just like, it's too
awkward?
Yeah, it's too awkward. I don't like
I
it.
did it during COVID, so I didn't have a choice. I was going to, like, get a haircut the week everything shut down. And then I was like, all right.
I got mine 2 days before the shutdown.
Well, I
got
wanted to. I had always wanted to grow it, but I was always like, it always looks bad. Like, no one's going to care. No one likes it. But
I shaved my sides because I really wanted it braided, and the sides were too short. Cause I used to always get fades with the curls on top, and I just said fuck it and just kept shaving the sides and then braided the top. So it's
Did you
either.
braid it yourself?
What's that?
Did you braid it yourself?
No,
Okay.
My wife's sister. She's extremely good at it. She's got that kind of hair. She's very good at that
There
stuff.
you go. Hook up now.
I know, maybe.
I got a question for
Yeah.
you guys. So, what song of Growing Pains stood out the most? What would you say?
I'm pulling it. I'm gonna butcher the line because I'm not good at reiterating lines.
Oh, you're good. Yeah.
I think it was Home to You when you said you were talking about how your son will always have a home with you guys, and that you guys will fight, but you'll both start it and stuff like that.
Yeah. We might start a couple fights, but we'll both do it.
Oh man, I'm gonna be that, and then the first song, all
Yeah.
about parents, dude. It always, because that's my biggest fear is like my parents dying before
Oh, yeah.
I have a kid, and like it's not even more that, it's like for them to see the success I want to have and them like see it.
Yeah.
Like Childish Gambino has a song where he says something along the lines of like he's got friends drinking beer backstage for free, and his parents on the balcony looking down at him. The one time he wants them to look down on him because they're proud of him, and I just was like, oh my god, fuck, dude. Every time I hear it, I like start to break down, and it's the same thing of when I hear yours.
That's awesome.
I was like, fucking Christ, dude, because it hits a spot where you're not ready for it.
I put a full circle on that too. It's the first song, Uproot, is about me leaving my parents, and it's like they'll tell me this will always be my home. Yeah, I know. And then on Home to You, it's like when it's your turn to leave, this will always be your home. So like the first song, it's like, yeah, they're telling me this will always be my home. I gotta leave. I'm leaving right
Yeah,
now.
I'm
You know,
leaving
like
now.
what the
I
fuck.
didn't really think about it like that.
I don't
love
like
that.
And then the last one, it's like, look at me. I'm doing the same shit my parents said to me. It's just like, if you ever, I say, I'm here to show you my mistakes and help you go your own way. And if you ever need a break, there's a home for you. You know, I just do the same thing my parents hit me with. You know, I love that. And what's funny is, I did that full circle, but I did it subconsciously. I mean, I bet a lot of people probably don't believe that, but I swear, like, I just like naturally did that. I was just kind of being a hypocrite naturally.
Yeah.
You know, telling my parents, you know, fuck you.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing the same shit that my parents were telling me. It's pretty cool. I love that.
I don't really have a favorite song, but I have two favorite lines. There are two different songs. I think it's the second song. I think you almost open with it. It's like, I work so hard so my son can have the nicest things. It's like along those lines, right?
So, yeah, that's Growing Pains. Yeah,
Is that Growing
that's the
Pains?
song Growing Pains. Yeah, working so hard.
I
so
love
many
that
people
line
have this.
because that resonates with a story. Like, so, like every 10 years, our parents almost get a divorce.
It is.
It's
Really?
clockwork. It's clockwork. My mom moves out. My dad has to get her back. It's like a movie. It's like 51st Dates, but every 10 years.
It's not as toxic as it sounds.
No, it's
like your
it's not.
face is everyone else's is like.
To me, that kind of sounds kind of traumatizing for you guys a little bit.
It could be. So that's
Well-
kind of where the story goes.
But I mean, our family's riddled with like not handling death and abandonment the right
Yes,
way.
yes.
Where how you said earlier is, I always feel like I upset someone and I don't want people to leave.
Yeah, fear of
I'm the
abandonment.
exact opposite of like
You
I
want
assume
them
everyone's gonna leave and I go like,
Okay.
oh fuck you, you're gone.
That's self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But then I'm also a hypocrite where I'm tell other people don't burn bridges, like you never know when you need them. But like family wise, like I've said so many times, and it's fucked up to say now because like our family really listens to this. Like some of our biggest fans right now are some of our family members.
Mhm.
But like I've said, like I told my mom, if I ever win the lottery, I'm cutting off a bunch of family because they're only going to show up when they need something. And I know it's not true all the time, but there's some very toxic family members we have.
But that's like Logic's line. He's like, he says, "I'm
Oh,
not give
I'm
money to
your-
my family, but when
I'm
my
your-
niece and nephew need to go to college,
Oh.
like something like that."
So you'll pay for their college.
Yeah.
You know, I've said that same thing. I've been talking about. I mean, the jackpots. Whatever. What is it
Dude.
called? Powerball.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm new to this. When I heard it was that much, I just started playing for the first time. But yeah, I'm talking about that same stuff too. It's like if I win this, if I.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
play, but I'm just like hypothetically.
If
See,
I
I,
ever
don't
got
even go
something-
like win. It's just like if my dreams come true and everything I want, that's so like outrageous and aggressive.
Mhm.
It's like if I hit there, I need to like identify who's healthy for my life, and like I don't know. We were having family drama the last couple weeks with like very close members, and I was just like, I don't know if I can keep them around. Like if I want to do what I want to do, they're not good for me.
That's all I heard about. He's like, "I'm not talking to him right now."
So it's like you're ready just to pull that trigger to burn that bridge instantly.
Not
pretty
even
much.
burn it, is just be like, you're not good for me right now. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not going to keep it around.
Yeah.
Because there's that energy, like, I want, and there's stuff that I know holds me back. Because, like, how you said before you had your kid is, like, you notice you would, like, push things off and let other people's opinions, like, really hold
Yeah,
that secure.
control
Like,
you,
I
yeah.
really let some people in my past, like, really control what I was doing.
Mhm.
And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that again. Like, I already have a hard enough time beating myself. I'm not gonna let you hold me back.
Yeah.
Like, and then if this takes off, like, I'm not gonna let you ride my coattails. Like, if you're gonna be helpful, like, yeah, be helpful. But like, if he did some scummy shit to me, this is gonna be a one-man show. You're out, buddy.
Like you're running out of siblings to do it with, Josh. But so going back, the reason that line, it's not as much of like, so they have the nicest thing. Like, so when they were getting that first divorce,
Mhm.
it was 2009, something like that. So I was like 8, and our parents got in a really bad fight. Dad left, right?
Just like get out of the situation, right? So a few hours goes by. It's probably close to like 1, 2 in the morning. Hear the truck pull in, and at the time our furnace was broken, so our house wasn't heated. So
Okay.
every night, every few hours, he had to go to the gas station, get a can of diesel, and put it into the house because I guess it works the same as natural gas.
Mhm.
And so they got in this huge fight. It's like middle of November. He leaves. Everyone thinks he's gone for the night, but he comes back to heat the house for our whole family because the house is cold. And then he leaves again. Comes back in the morning, heats the house again, leaves, goes to work. And it's like, that's like how I want a parent. Like, doesn't matter how, you can always come back. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
my kids can always come back. I'll take care of them, whatever. Because that's how our dad has treated us.
That's a special feeling.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
But then the other line that always gets me too. I don't know why. I just love this line you talked about your uncle, where it's like he loved to play those strings.
Yeah.
I just love how you said that line. Like it was just perfect. I don't know.
You know
Like,
what?
The way you sang that.
I love that too. When I wrote that, it really hit me too. Like it really connected. Like I knew that was gonna be something. I really liked that line, and my uncle was a huge influence on me in music. He really pushed me to make a lot of music. He's not with me anymore. I got close with him like the last 3 years that he was alive, and he always wanted to make music with me acoustically, but I never really know how to make music, like how to write music with just a guitar. And it's so funny because nowadays I really want to make acoustic versions of songs. You know what I'm saying? Like I let that go. I really it's something that I really kick myself in the ass for nowadays, you know.
Never take
sure.
it for granted.
I really did. I took that shit for granted for sure. So
But there was just something about how you like sang that. I don't know if it's because you showed emotion in it or whatever, but like that line just hits. Like, and I don't have a relationship with really any of our uncles, but like I don't know what it was about that line. It just like you conveyed something much more than just.
I grew up that same way too. You don't have a relationship with any of your uncles and stuff like that.
Not real. One of them's dead. The other ones are.
Oh.
Our
I
other uncle.
forgot. I
yeah,
forgot someone
yeah.
was dead.
One of our uncles is dead. And we didn't talk to him for like 5 years, and the other two aren't even really our uncles. They got divorced from our aunts. who are
Oh, okay.
blood.
But they're
But
they're-
I always
they're
call
also
him like
a
uncle
mess,
whatever,
so
uncle
you
whatever.
know.
I've had similar situations, the same thing. Like I've never really been close, and he was like the first uncle that actually like I was actually close with. Like he was like extremely interested in me, and I really like kind of at first I was like, why? Instead, I was like, instead of being like, wow, like this dude loves me, I was like, why? Why does he love me? Just because like I've never had any like uncle that really, you know, that I really had a close relationship with. So I relate to you on that. I don't really, but other than him, you know,
Yeah, that's all. I don't know what it was about that line. I just loved it. And
hell yeah, man. Thank you.
I'm trying to think what else. I wrote them down, but I don't have it. It's in my car.
Do you guys remember the song "Can't Say"? It's talking about like today I'm gonna try real hard to let people not fuck up my day.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that? I like to talk about that song just because it's like I wanted to make a video for that, and there's this guy named Jordan Meir and Brittany Meir. I used to work with her. He's like this. He's like a really good. What's the word? They make videos.
Videographer.
Maybe something like that. I don't know. I don't want to butcher the word, but
Josh is good at that. Let him do it.
mhm.
Come on, take a shot
I
at
don't
it.
know.
Take a shot at it.
But I was out to eat with him, and he was like, "What's the reason for this? Like, what's the meaning of it before? Like, what made you write that?" And I was like, "Cause I hate work. I hate going to work. Cause in that song I'm talking about, it's like, you know, today I'm gonna try real hard to let people not fuck up my day. So that's just like I dare someone to mess my day up. Like anybody who wants to give me any inconvenience, you're gonna fuck my day up, and I'm gonna take it all out on you.
Make my day.
And
Make my day.
and he didn't, I don't know if he was like trying to make it that deep, but like he made it that deep just by asking me like why but what's deeper than that. And I figured, I was like, at the time I was working maintenance for the state hospital, and I had this dude named Gordy, and he treated me like dog shit, like because I was a laborer is like,
Yeah.
you know what a laborer
Yeah, you're
is?
doing just
when you don't know shit,
You're doing
Yeah.
the shit.
when you literally
work.
don't know
Yeah.
anything.
If there's a hole, you're standing in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, dead ass. Or you're patching it. That's what I did. When there was a hole in the wall, I was the one patching it. So there'd be times where like this dude's work ethic, he's been here for 30 years. He was a locksmith, and there's not much I could do to really help him. So I'd just be chilling on my phone. Like, if you're not gonna give me work, I'm gonna find myself. I can't just like twiddle my thumbs. Like, I'm terrible at just like doing nothing. And he got in trouble for it. And I remember one time he was like, you want something to fucking do? He just took his arm out and he had a huge table filled with like keys, locks, door jams, and he just brushed it all off the table. He's like, pick that up, you know? And what's funny is, and I admitted to that guy when we were out to eat for the first time, but I did pick it up because I didn't want to lose my job, and I didn't want to make my mom like not proud. Like, I want to make my mom proud because she worked at the state hospital too. So I picked that shit up like a bitch, and that made me feel so humiliated. But when he mentioned that, it was like, wow, that's the reason why I'm coming to work, and I'm like, I dare somebody to fucking look at me wrong, you know? It's just funny.
No, I'm definitely a yes man. Like, you tell me to do something, yeah, I'll go do it. Whatever. Like, you can be asshole me, I'm gonna let it go do it. But that situation there, I would blow a gasket.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
like,
and I
clean that
should
shit
have.
yourself.
I should have, and I ended up blowing up, but it was over something so much more smaller, like
That's
a
always how it
month
goes.
later.
Though.
Yeah. He told me to like scrape off like this glue from a door, and he wasn't even that mean. He had a little attitude, but that's all it took. I was like, fuck
Oh,
it, I
yeah.
quit. I'm out.
That's a dude reflecting his own anger on life. Like, he's
Oh,
gonna project.
def-
That's
oh,
the same issue that you have. He's receiving the same thing from someone else, and he's just projecting it on you.
Yeah, he had like. I'm glad you said that because he was having like this trouble with like his girlfriend. She has like a kid, and he hated the kid or something like that.
It doesn't mean when people do that shit like they're a bad person. It's just they don't know how to express themselves either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
And that's what makes the fact that you didn't blow up on it makes you the better person. you know
No,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
definitely.
Our mom always says like, be the bigger, better person,
Yeah.
and that's definitely like a prime example of that.
I've been in a lot of situations where there's like two routes to go, and that's like to blow up and, you know, be the tough guy and like handle the situation right there when that's really not the best way to handle the situation and walk away. It feels humiliating at the moment, but like later on it's like it's such a more healthy and better feeling. It's like, wow, I was that better person, you know. They're the ones that are really hurt. At like they're still stressing about it. Even though I
Yeah.
don't want them to stress about it,
Yeah.
I'm not stressing about it anymore, you know.
Wow, we're so opposite. I am
Yeah,
so
you're
quick.
hot.
I
You're a fireball.
I
cut,
am.
Cut to it.
Yeah.
You're a fireball.
I I blow up at work at people
Do you blow up at work?
a couple
you can't
times.
Do that.
I got so much pull. My boss loves me so much.
Yeah, because you guys are understaffed. If
No,
you guys
no,
were
no,
full
no, no,
staffed,
no, no,
you'd
no,
be
no.
out.
know what's crazy? So this okay.
Josh.
I'm
Okay.
the longest tenured person in our
You're not
upfront
tenured.
service.
You're not tenured.
Yes, whatever the word is. I'm the longest
Veteran? I don't know.
person who's been in our upfront service.
Most experienced.
Yeah, I've
What
been
do-
there
what
the
do you do?
longest.
You park cars.
Yeah, I know. That's what's crazy. Is I
You're
kind of have a
valet?
yeah, man. But I have
That's
a.
dope.
It's sometimes nice, like in the winter. I love the winter. I put in headphones. I move cars. I brush cars off. I help our lot attendant because he's dope, and me and him feel the same emotion on everything. But I've done it long enough. I've turned down so many promotions. I say I'm good. Like I don't want to get deeper because this isn't what I want to do, and I don't want to. I like my independence. I like being the sole person at my thing. But one day we were opening and our power was down. We couldn't open the doors. Our lifts wouldn't go up. We couldn't work on cars. And someone goes, none of our managers were there. And someone goes, all right, Josh, make the call. You're the longest tenured person. Shut us down. And I was like, huh? And I looked and I thought about it. And I was like, oh, shit, I am. I am the lowest on label, the lowest labeled person. But most of the time, people come to me with stupid bullshit. But it's like, it's the same thing.
That's
It's like,
being reliable, though. That's
yeah,
the thing.
yeah. That's my thing is no one will work harder than me. And like, there's a lot of times where like, I'm not doing anything. So I look like I'm just like bullshitting around, but no one says a word to me because everyone knows is like, if something's going to get done, like I'm
Yeah.
doing it right away. I'm doing it better.
When something needs to get done, they go to you.
Yeah,
Everything, yeah.
I worked at one of our other shops, and every time I go there, they go, "Do you want to come back? You want to come back here? How do you want? Do you want to come back?"
So pretty much, if they ever see you doing nothing, then there's clearly nothing to do because
Yeah.
you already
Oh,
got
yeah.
shit done.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but
What takes people 8 hours to do, you get it done in 2, and then you get to sit for 6.
I hope this kid never sees it. But we just hired a new kid, and one of the other guys I work with, it takes him forever to do shit. And so he came in one day, and me and him have like talked a bunch of shit about him of like, what's he doing? And he comes through and he goes, dude, what are you doing? What takes you so long? And he's like, what do you mean? And I go, look, man, this is what he's talking about. Like, it takes me a minute to do this. Like, you're gone for 5 minutes. Like, what are you doing? It's like, just do the shit easy, man.
Yeah. Shit.
I don't know. But
I kind of so I'm a mental health worker at the state hospital. You know what a mental health worker is? I feel like not many people know that.
no, not really. I
I
could
pretty
probably
much
guess,
just like
but I'd
work
probably
with
be wrong.
work with patients psychiatrically. I mean, I'm not a nurse or anything, but I'm kind of like the same way. You know, I definitely am probably the hardest worker, if not one of the hardest workers. There's some people that might watch this, you know, they'll be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who really just don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about like one-on-one like work with like people who are going through it, people who have done stuff, people who have all kinds of stuff like that, and I got a big heart and I care about them, and I work with a bunch of people who don't give a fuck, and I'm like the lowest paid there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so hard.
It's what's so hard is like watching, because it's the same thing. Like, I mean, I'm in the automotive, so it's like you really affect people's day and like their life. Like, if something's really wrong with their shit, like, you're really taking a chunk out of their bank account. And I have a list of people who come to our work who have been like, if you leave, like, you need to tell me first. Like, I have a list of people I'm gonna write letters to. I'm gonna tell them, because I know where they live, I know where they work. I go to both locations. There's a guy, I went to Bermuda a couple months ago.
Really?
Solely on vacation, because he upsold it to me. And I trust him so much. And I went there and I got him cigars. I got him rum cake. I got him all this stuff because he sold it to me, and me and him are so close. I've known him now, 4 or 5 years through work. And he's such a great guy. So when I go to his work to pick up his car, and I came back and I give it to him on one of my days off, and I go like, hey, sorry it took me so long to get this to you. Here you go. And every time, it's the same thing as when I go to get his shit, like get his car, I'm gone for an hour, but no one says anything because all I'm doing is talking to him, but no one says a word. to me about it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Because, but
That's
he's
dope.
like, we just sit there and talk. He's a great guy. I want to try and get him on here, but I don't know. We'll see. But it's like those small impacts. You don't know how you affect someone's life.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, whatever.
No, yeah, for real. Definitely. Shit, what do you do for work?
Yeah, so that's fun.
Okay, that's the gym in Concord, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I do fitness and membership and childcare, a bunch of different shit.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. I don't know.
That's
Fun.
dope.
And we both coach football.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
part of it too.
I remember that. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
both coach football.
Yeah, he coaches at MV. I coach
Yeah.
at Hillsborough Hoppington.
Yeah. Oh, hey, 16. Come back. Good job. We got our interception stuff. I got shit talked for
Not talking about it?
not talking enough about it, not selling merch, and then being like,
You guys are lucky. My players don't even know about this. So
Were you both good at sports in
Nope.
high school?
I was
me
better
neither.
than
That
him,
sucked.
but not very good.
I was in a class of guys who went D1. Like, what are we talking
One
about?
guy went D1.
One guy went, and the other guys
In-
went into the military.
He wasn't. I was better.
I was straight up told after our season by a coach. He sat down, was telling me like, "Hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that with you. This and that." I go, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "What?" And I go, "I'm graduating." He goes, "You're not a junior?" I go, "No." He goes, "Oh, that sucks. You were gonna be playing a lot this year then."
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's not a good thing to. That's not a good story to tell because that just means you were bad and they thought you were
No.
younger than you.
And he
You're,
goes,
and
no,
you're
he
younger
lit-
than
no,
all
no,
those
no, no, no,
guys.
no. He literally goes, "You were in a class of athletes." He goes, "If you were one grade lower, you would have been."
So if
playing."
you stayed back another year,
yeah,
Josh, you were 19 playing with a bunch of 18-year-olds,
No,
17-year-olds,
no,
14-year-olds.
no.
Josh, you were 19 years old.
At
There
least
was
I-
no excuse for not being a starter.
At least I'm not a quitter.
Hey, mental health's a real killer. Okay,
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
He's a quitter.
I am a quit.
I could have coached him. I could have coached
Let's
him.
unpack.
his
Why'd
Hey,
you
senior
no,
quit?
but
year.
you-
let's unpack.
part of-
Why'd
so
you quit? Why'd
There's
you
two
quit?
reasons
Yeah,
I
why'd you
quit because of
quit?
mental health, and two, I didn't want to because I would have had a starting spot on both sides of the ball. And Dean, I hate to say it, it might have been center. Okay, and the other reason was I didn't want to have that excuse of saying my brother was a coach. That's the reason. I
It was
had a
my first
spot.
year coaching. I had no pull.
And you didn't want people. You didn't want your brother as a coach. You're saying?
No, not at all. You would have because it would if he yelled at me once, it would have blown up in a fight.
I was never gonna talk to you. It would have been joking.
How am I supposed
I
to
was
know that?
literally told in my interview. They were told because another coach his son had just graduated,
Mhm.
and they
He would
said
be a good- he
we
would be a good
wanted
guest."
nothing. We always kept them apart because you didn't want those situations, and we didn't want that. And they said, perfect. Like your brother would be playing this and this and this maybe. You'd be nowhere near him. And I was like, good. Like that's not me and him relationship.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work that way. And that's exactly what it was set up for. And Cameron couldn't.
No,
hang.
that's my biggest regret though, not playing my senior year or even my junior year. Probably not my junior year. I could not have done that.
It's a good topic. Regrets, because I
Yeah,
regret a lot of shit in high
yeah.
school.
That's
Yeah.
my biggest thing.
And
Is
then-
In high school. What's your biggest regret in high school?
I got quite a few. I think my biggest regret is probably not taking it seriously. I did not do shit in high school. The first
hear
2
ya.
years in high school, I got a half a credit, and that was an art class. I mean, I graduated, but like I went to Franklin High School, and their reputation
It's
stands
tough.
alone. You know, it's not
Yeah,
really.
it's
I don't even think
tough.
it's an accredited school anymore. But
No, it's not.
no,
It's not.
No, we were just talking about it on our last game.
But
So
I
not
can't blame that completely because I really didn't give a fuck. I was
Yeah.
just doing other stuff. I was a big stoner. Smoked a lot of weed my high school years. I did not give a fuck about school, and now I'm hurting because I want to go to nursing school, and now I got to do all these prerequisites to go into nursing school.
I
Oh.
have
my
an idea for
GPA
you.
is pathetic, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
After I'll tell you about the program I'm in.
Okay,
It's like
alright.
nursing management. So that's a
Nursing
good start.
management?
And it's like without a scholarship, it's like $2,300, and it's a legit like associate's degree.
Mhm.
$2,300 for a term. So I'll give you that info.
Yeah,
Well-
definitely let me know. Wow. That's like my biggest stuff. When I stay at home to
Yeah.
you, I'm like, maybe I'm not smart enough for college. Like, I truly mean that because, like, I just did so bad in school, but a lot of people tell me that I'm smart. I mean, that doesn't mean shit, but, like,
Yeah.
part of me thinks I'm smart enough, but
I've
I don't know. There's only one way to find out, and I don't want to get myself in debt thousands and thousands of dollars if I don't think I can do it.
I've already told this on here, but I didn't do the what's it called? SATs. I didn't do it.
I didn't do it either.
I
I
bombed
didn't do
mine.
it.
I
I
bombed
applied late to Plim, and then I got told I was on the wait list, and I took it so personal and was like, "The fuck do you mean?"
Well, you're probably the only person to ever get on a wait list for Plim, dude. I'm sorry.
Well,
but-
I was like, that
So
was the thing
hurt,
though.
That hurt
Is,
you.
yeah, I was blown away. I sent 2 out. NHTI, which I knew. I mean, you could have a brain cell, and they're like, "Come on in, man. Thanks.
That's where I'm.
Do you
gonna
have
go.
Do you want the mascot?
$10,000?
Do you want to wear the mascot?" And Plim, and that's what I wanted to do.
But hold on.
'Cause
No rip on community college. It's a good, affordable
I'm
way
gonna
to
be
get an
there. I'm
education.
gonna see you NHTI.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Well,
I'm gonna see you
that's
soon.
the thing is I didn't get in, and I said like, "Oh fuck you then," and then I didn't go. I didn't apply to anything. I got emails about because I wanted to be a teacher, but it was the same thing of like, I don't know if I want to get in debt for some shit I don't want to do.
Dude, it's a crazy jump.
And I went multiple times to see the head of like their education program, and set up my classes, what I do, and how I'd get there. And every time I just wouldn't follow through because I'm like, I don't want to get 3-4 years in and not want to do it
Yeah.
and be in all this debt because no one in our family has graduated college yet.
Hey, 2 weeks.
Yet.
2 weeks.
Yet.
Same here, man.
But I was just
Same
like,
here.
I don't want to be another dropout. And like, education's not my form of success and what I deem success, and it won't help with what I want to do in life. So
Mhm.
why am I wasting my time on it?
I hear you,
but
man. I'm like in the same thing.
it's-
It's like I got these 2 paths, and I want to do like music. I want to do anything music, definitely. Like I just wrote a kids theme song. I'm excited about. It's gonna be coming out soon. I wrote a kids theme song, which
That's
is,
so
which is really
sick.
cool. Yeah.
So we need an intro. We
That
need
is
an
so
intro.
cool.
If you ever need intro, let me know, man.
Dude, that's it.
I've been grinding on intros and shit.
We
like
need an
that.
intro.
We need intro.
Yeah.
We need one.
Let me know. Send me like this. It's called Brotherly Advice, right?
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
like that.
You
know?
gotta make it emotional. It's gotta be emotional, right? That's the thing.
I don't care.
It's gotta have some
It's-
highs and
hey,
lows.
It's
you're-
got to be quick though. It's got to
Yeah,
be
like-
a little quick. It's
yeah.
gotta be
Chef,
catchy,
hey,
you know?
dealer's choice.
Hell
Dealer's
yeah.
choice.
You know, I'd love to do that. That's sick. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh yeah, yeah, that too. And then that's the other path is like, I want to go to nursing school, but obviously in the back of my head, it's like, what about music? Like,
But you're doing. I feel the same thing. If I go to be a teacher, then I'm giving up on this, on what I want to
Exactly.
do, and then it's like, yeah, in 10 years if I don't succeed, then it's like, oh fuck, I failed.
yeah.
But it's like if I do that for the rest of your life, you're gonna be like, oh fuck, if I just saddled
'Cause I
up
know
and
it's me-
stuck
yeah.
with it.
I know it's music, but I can't help but just want to fall back on nursing because I also love that too. That gives me a lot of meaning in life too, helping out
Oh, that's sick.
patients psychiatrically, stuff like that. You
Oh,
know,
it's something you actually care
And you
about.
make bank as a
Definitely
nurse,
do.
especially
Dude, it's
nowadays.
like-
Nowadays, you make because they're even like more short staffed than parking cars. Like it's bad.
Yeah.
Like
I got a friend who gets paid $39 an hour to be a nurse.
Wow.
We work in the same thing. The only difference between me and him is that he passes out meds and scans stuff, and he's getting paid $40 an hour. And here I am, you know, I'm like a human shield for these people.
Yeah.
Cause like, when you're a mental health worker, you gotta like, there's psychiatric emergencies and stuff, and you gotta like, you know, hold them down or
Yeah.
assist them to the ground, the most polite way to say it, and
Fold Nelson and
can't-
people's elbow.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You know, and situations like that, you're like their shield and shit, and here they are getting paid 40 an hour. I mean, that's just me because my ego hurts.
yeah.
But, yeah, it's crazy. I would love to be a nurse because I could really help out some people being a nurse. I have a lot more room to help them out. You know.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm glad you say you like it because I 100% was about to feed into like, not that it's bad energy, but to be like, no, fuck that, dude. Stay in music. Because I'm like, I'm so big on anybody following their dreams and being like,
Dude, at the
no,
end of the
fuck
day,
that shit, dude. Do this.
At the end of the day, I would love to do music over
Yeah.
anything, but you know,
Mhm.
if it ended up being something in psychiatric work, you know, I could live a happy life.
Not to cut anyone off for like really 360 conversation.
No,
But it's
no,
I really wanted to ask this because you did say something earlier about it, and I guess now I can relay it into it. But you were like, "Oh, driving down old roads, this like brings up hard memories," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, like this isn't healthy." I feel the same way about things, and I all the time I'm like, "Oh man, should I move? Like, uproot everything and maybe start not fresh, but then also it's that extra thing of like." You had your son that forced me to do this with meaning. Have you ever thought like, maybe I'll just move, start new, and that'll give me an even more thing of like,
A reason
I'm
to.
doubling
start
down
fresh.
on what I want,
Mhm.
and if it doesn't succeed, it's my own fault.
Mhm. I think there's two ways to look at that. So I think moving could also be like a form of just like running away
Yeah,
from your problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it could also be like a fresh start. To me, I don't think moving will help me because I'm pretty lucky to live in New Hampshire. You know, New Hampshire's a great place to live.
yeah,
I do have these memories that I'm extremely attached to, and it's hard to let go. But there's a good life for my son to live here as well. You know, I'm hooked on these memories that are great memories.
yeah,
You know, I'm blessed that they're good memories. There's people who are hooked on memories that are like extremely traumatizing and like terrible memories.
Yeah.
You know, so I've honestly never really thought about
Yeah.
moving. Really, you know, a lot of people do. A lot of people do that. Some people even think like, you know, if they move, it's gonna solve
But-
all of their problems.
So what if? Because I always look at it on this aspect. I never thought about that. Is like I definitely subconsciously could be using it as like a runaway thing.
Mhm.
But I always thought of the aspect of, because me and my girlfriend have talked about it a lot. Because in the next couple of years we want to buy a house. But I was just like, my thing is like I never want to buy something unless I'm solid. I'm gonna stay here.
Mhm.
But like with what I want to do, if I got the option to move, if I got an opportunity to go to like New York, wherever, something along the lines, if you got offered something to let's hypothetically throw out, I don't know, let's say LA.
Mhm.
They were like, hey man, like we really like this, we want you to come here, you're gonna be here for a year and a half, stay here, we want you to grind out 2 albums,
Yeah.
and we're kind of hoping you just stay here.
Yeah.
You packing up?
That's an extremely hard question.
Yeah.
I probably would want to. It'd be really hard to get my family to go out there, though. I mean, if it's going to change our lives for the better, I would have to try to talk my wife into something
Mhm.
like that because it'd be hard. 'Cause she's even more invested and connected with where she
Mhm.
lives now, you know, because we live literally right a floor below her parents. She is like very.
Oh,
Connected. Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
really love about her, though, is because like she's very loyal to her family and stuff. She's loyal to her friends. She's a great support system, and that's definitely good. But like in a situation like that, it's not good. But I don't know. That's really tough to live out there.
yeah.
That's
'Cause
an amazing question that I
so,
don't
like,
have an answer
what's
to.
so? Let's speak it into the universe. Like wildest dreams.
Yeah.
What's the picture look like in 10 years?
In 10 years, I would love
Your-
to just be.
Your son's 11. Like, what's the crazy dream look like?
I would love to just be. I would love to be a very successful artist. It doesn't even have to be like, you know, like the biggest on earth.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I probably don't want it to be the biggest on earth,
No.
just because like that's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of stress. I don't think I do
And
good in that
even
spotlight.
a decent following
Mhm.
is all you need.
Exactly.
Those
I
are
would
the
love
people
that,
who
yeah.
understand you, are
'Cause
loyal
got
to
the
you,
tribe.
ride with you. Yeah.
I would love to do that. I would love to do music full time, and I would love to have my family just set for life. That is
Mhm.
just the absolute dream. You know, I don't need to be fucking Drake.
Yeah.
I would love to just be successful.
Yeah. How awful. Isn't that interesting? Is like when you're a teenager, you're like, yo, that's what I want. I want to
Yeah,
be
I've
that
always
guy.
wanted to be like
And now
that.
you're older and you're
Yeah.
like, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
That I would
Mhm.
pull my teeth out before I do that.
I would love to just make amazing music. I'd love to
Mhm.
just get even better at making music and, you know, make a living just off that. You know, own a house. I would love to own a house too.
Do you have siblings?
I have an older
Okay.
sister. We're not that close, you know.
Okay.
It's kind of like how you guys have, you know, like you're not that
Mhm.
close to people in your family, you
Mhm.
know. It's like the same thing. I'm not that really close with
Mm.
her, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the age gap between you two?
We're 2.5 years.
Oh.
That's closer than any of us.
Yeah. Our oldest
We're
brother's 30,
31.
31.
We're 6, and then what's the age difference between you and Rachel?
I'm
3 or 4?
26. Rachel's 30. Yeah,
No,
she just
she's
turned
like-
30.
So that means Brandon's 32 then.
Yeah. We're all over the place.
Did you guys fight a lot growing up?
Once
I'd say
he got older, yeah.
I feel like that's a good gap to not really fight.
Well, it was always unfair.
It's
You were so
interesting.
much smarter.
I love dissecting this. I do this to Maddie all the time, is breaking down us as siblings. Like, my older brother is so quiet.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the center of the room. Our sister's going to leave the room. She doesn't want to be a part of it. Like, she'd rather just be in her bubble.
You want to be the room.
I am the room. If I'm not getting the attention, like, if we went upstairs and they're asking you questions, I'll let it go for a little bit. But then if, like, let's say you came for a party and then, like, 5 more people came, that's it. Like, I need to be the show.
Hey man, at least you're
I
honest.
need the
You're an
attention.
attention whore.
I am
That's
so
what it
bad.
is.
Like, Maddie, my girlfriend, gets exhausted.
Maddie and your girlfriend?
No, Maddie, my girlfriend, because I don't know. She will leave the room, and then like 5 minutes later, I'll be like, "Oh, she left," and then I know exactly what it is, and I'll come to her and I go, "Oh, was I being a lot?" And she's like, "Yeah, you were getting there."
She gets
I'm
so stressed out.
I'm exhausting. I'm so bad. And then
You do stress people out.
Yeah, I do.
Give me an example. What do you do to like be the center of attention?
Okay, here I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So last Christmas, or no, was it Christmas when you wrapped? Yeah, so he wrapped his gifts for our sister.
I do it every
They-
year though. I've done it every
No,
year.
they butt heads. They're the two that butt
Well,
heads. My
because
sister
me and her were closer in age, so she got the full wrath of me as a child of attention and not
this is
understanding
him, like
understanding
more attention,
barriers.
interrupting
Yeah,
the
I
story.
interrupt a lot. But it's so she got the worst sides of me, so she knows how obnoxious I can be more than anybody.
So he wrapped her gift in just lined paper, like from a notebook.
Oh,
And she picks up the gift and goes, "Oh my God, who did this? This is so creative." Our sister's like, best way I can explain is Amish. She makes her own paper. Like
she loves doing weird stuff like that.
She's like
yeah.
very like
cool.
DIY, like recycle, reduce, reuse. Like I don't know,
That's cool.
but it is cool. But it's funny because it's our sister.
Yeah, of
But
course.
Yeah.
so she goes, "This is so cool. Who did this?" And she's like, "Did Cam do this?" And everyone goes, "No, Josh did." And she goes, "What a waste of paper!" And he shut down for the night.
No,
He was
no,
done. He was
No, I
pissed.
didn't.
He didn't want any part of the rest of Christmas.
No, I made fun of it because I knew I fed into it because I go, that's exactly how it is. If I do
But
something
if
good,
she had done,
Yeah.
instead of cutting that
if it was
part,
you, she would have been like, this is so creative, this is so cool.
but if she said that about
But
you,
people don't
you
want
would
to
on
give
top of the world.
Yeah, people don't want to give me a compliment because they know I won
Oh my God.
1996 cutest baby award. It
This
is
is a real story.
framed in
Well-
our room with a bracelet I got that has my name engraved, and they make the biggest deal about it.
Preface this: our grandfather was best friends
No.
with the judge of this competition,
This
and there
is-
was maybe 7 babies enrolled.
This is false information. There's like 20 other kids involved, and
I'm definitely the cuter baby.
That's sick. You guys have that.
He's not gonna answer.
yeah, he's like, that's a cool decor.
That's really cool.
Is that the photo that made you win it?
Yeah, that's the photo. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. It's that strap. It gives a little like,
Predators, like, hey,
yeah. It's like I'm open for play, but I'm not gonna.
you got some baby sauce or applesauce?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's
Those are some both really cute photos, man. I can't give you an answer though. They're both really cute.
yeah. That's a safe
Well,
answer.
we
That's
are
a good
almost
idea.
wearing the same outfit though.
Yeah,
Like we got the overalls.
yeah.
I
But
just noticed that.
Did you get in that contest?
I did not.
When
no.
when the time came? Like
No,
a
we
new
didn't want to
contest?
hurt all the other babies' feelings.
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, look at the size of that head. He looked like he was ill. He looked like
Oh,
he's
look
supposed
how
to-
like chunky my fingers
Damn,
and
this
toes
shit.
are.
This
though.
shit runs deep in your family. These,
does.
This,
It's these little things that
yeah,
just
that
like.
award you won.
Yeah, there's a lot of regret. Like we're supposed to go to
I
a
put
dinner.
a target on your back when you won that.
Yeah.
For the other siblings.
It was less of a target. It's
People
like
see
everyone
you now,
else.
they're like, look at that long
Yeah.
hair. He was never the big cutest.
Do you know how
baby.
bad it is? Is like I've looked for like the thing of all the other people because I want to look up what they look like now. This was years ago.
How
I
hurt
don't
would
really
you
want
be?
to now.
So
if
you
I-
have all the other photos?
Our grandmother had saved it. Yeah, so it showed all the other kids' photos, like a little smaller, and then mine was pretty big, and then it gave like a description and gave shout outs to like every other person except me. It was,
Yeah, it was like happy. Or
Josh has family members,
Two
parents,
siblings.
his siblings, and his grandparents, and this and that. And I was like, what about the fucking winner, dude? What about me?
Dude, that's so funny.
Well, you haven't done anything yet in that picture. You haven't started a podcast yet. You don't have a dog yet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's
I
so
don't know.
funny.
That is damn.
What's your
like if someone asked you to describe yourself in that scenario, like what would you answer with? Like if I was to come to your family Christmas, like what would you say your energy is
Dynamic,
like in that?
is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, what would your energy be then? Because like that's your comfort level with your family and your people.
That's a crazy question.
Like almost how does it differ from here to when you're like alone with your family?
Yeah, your comfort level. Like these are your people. Because like I'm off the wall. I'm annoying. Everyone needs to take
This
a
isn't
break
even,
from
like,
me.
As much as some people might think like, okay, Josh seems like a normal guy right here. He might give a little bit of
I tone it down
energy.
a lot.
You tone it down a lot.
I tone it down a lot. Yeah.
I think I'm a little different every day. And funny how, because growing pains, I say that. It's like I'm so scared to change, but I change like every day. It's kind of true. It's like some days I feel like that too. Like I love being the center of attention, sometimes subconsciously too. I'm kind of like that too. Like how you said that he took that shit to heart and he just shut down for the rest of the night. That is something that I would do too, honestly. You know,
I'll
And that
throw a
wasn't your
big fit.
intentions at all with the gift. It was to be funny. It wasn't to
Yeah.
say I'm so creative.
Yeah, it was supposed to be funny. It was supposed to be a joke. Yeah.
But it's crazy.
I do try to be funny as well. You know, I'm decently funny. I really don't know. I definitely change a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm like bipolar. I'm just kidding. I know I'm not bipolar. But I do change a lot though. Seriously.
Yeah.
I really couldn't even pinpoint that. That's a great question.
Mm.
Because I don't know how other people would say that I am really.
Mm.
You know, I definitely am very emotional, and I do have a really big heart. I'm a very good friend. I'm a very good listener. I can say that confidently. You know, I care a lot about people. I'm always trying to help people's problems. Sometimes a little too much. I get into
Yeah.
I really get into people's business.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like I feel like, oh, you got a problem, I'll do anything to help you with that. And like that's too much sometimes. And I
Yeah.
gotta really
Yes.
respect people's boundaries. Maybe that's a good way to put it. I don't respect people's boundaries. That's
There
probably
it
the
is.
best thing. Yeah, there we go. I don't respect people's boundaries, especially. Yeah.
I love that.
So like we go to your Christmas, and then like I'm just kind of in the corner a little upset, and you just come over and you're like, what's
And
going on,
I'll do
man?
anything.
What's up? What's happening? No,
Yeah.
fuck her. Let's go. Come on. Man.
That's
Let's-
so good that you
yeah.
said that because that is so me. It's like if I'm hosting a Christmas party, I need to make sure that every fucking person is having a
having
good
the
time.
He's
And
the
if,
hostess
and if
with the mostest.
Yeah.
And if there's one person that isn't having a good time, then I'm not having a good time.
That's
And
yeah.
I'll let that ruin my night because I know
Yeah.
this one person's mad because, you know, there wasn't enough food or, you know,
Mhm.
something so little. And, like, I'll do anything to help fix that. It's kind of toxic when I put it, now that I'm talking about
That's
it.
so.
so,
I'm
yeah.
the same. Like, hold on. Oh, I forgot to mention on the last episode. Shout out to my girlfriend Joanna. She scored her first collegiate hockey goal. She plays Division I hockey at UMass.
Shout out her.
Absolutely.
Congrats.
Yeah.
That's
Hey.
sick.
Good job. But so whenever we go out and like we do our thing with all of her friends, I hate most of her friends, except one. Rob.
Do you tell her that?
Yeah, yeah,
Do they know that?
yeah. They have to know.
Well, they're gonna
They
now.
talk
Yeah,
so
for
much shit.
real.
They talk so much shit. But Rob, the only person on that campus I like, Rob, dude, he has, like you were saying, he has no game at all. Absolutely no game. Anxious off the walls. And whenever we go out, he's the guy. He literally sits in the corner. He's like, and I'll go to him like, Rob, come on. Last time we went out, I literally got 7 girls chanting Rob while he was dancing. You got 7 girls chanting his name.
Mm.
And then he went back in the corner and sat. Rob, what are you doing, dude?
That sounds like you put him in a very, very...
No,
Yeah,
he
that sounds
loved it.
like not what he'd want.
Yeah.
That's definitely what
like,
that's
you're
what Rob
really
wanted.
going...
You're
0 to
like
100
so
on him.
happy about it. You're like,
Dude,
oh
no.
man, I hyped him up, and he's
That's
if
very
you asked
nice
him,
of you to
he's
do
like,
that, but
"This
I
was
don't
terrible."
think... Yeah, I think you really set him up for failure.
Yeah,
right
he was like,
there.
this was the
No,
most
dude, no.
stressful night of my life.
And then he started, and then he didn't know where to go from there.
Mhm.
He loved it in the moment, but
no, you
as soon
set
as
him
it
up in
ended-
a spot you didn't know how to finish. That's
yeah.
tough.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so I wasn't gonna have fun until he had fun that night because everyone else was
Sound
like,
like you had fun ruining his night.
whatever.
And dude, no, dead ass. That's a good way to put it because like I do the same thing. It's like I want you to have such a good time that I'll end up ruining it even more because
It's like
I'm
you
trying
like
way
you
too
overstep,
fucking hard.
Overstep.
Yeah.
I definitely overstepped.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I have so many scenarios that where
Yeah.
I've done that same exact shit. You
Yeah,
know.
I do that with lines. I don't know when the joke ends. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
I take
yeah.
it too far.
I'm the king of taking it too far.
Yeah, that's not good.
I'm always. Yeah, you're right. It
I'm gonna
absolutely
ruin your
is not
night. I'm gonna
good.
take it. Yeah, or
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
yeah, we do that. I do that a lot. You do that a little bit more.
It's
too.
bad when we both like sink in on like what the joke is.
And then we all attack Rachel.
No, because we both you and me, because we'll go back and forth on the same joke and just like crush somebody, and then we're like, no, everyone's laughing, everyone's having a good time, and they're like, well, they're not. And you're like,
Yeah.
No, I think you and Brandon do it the most. Because Brandon will like, he tosses the alley oop up and you dunk it, but we'll just keep passing it until one of us will dunk it, and that's the bad part.
I've been trying to work on getting better at that too. I'm not bad at roasting people, and sometimes I just don't know when enough is enough, you know. And then and then I go up to them and I'm like, let me fix this, when all they want is for me to just leave them the fuck alone.
And the next day you shoot him a message.
yeah, you're like, I don't know why you took it so
Yeah.
hard. I'm really sorry. I did
Dude,
that.
wow, there we are.
It's full circle right there.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Seriously.
Yeah, you've got issues.
Yeah, I don't.
Have
know.
you?
I don't
We
worry
talked about
it.
this in another episode, and I talked about this with my boss yesterday because we went golfing. I think everyone needs a therapist. I don't have a therapist.
Yeah. Here's another good quote. Pause right here. Another quote that I learned from Charlemagne the God. It's like, I go to therapy to deal with people who need therapy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
And you're right. I think everybody does need a
Yeah.
therapist. I need a fucking therapist.
'Cause
And
it's
I
a
just
safe- it's a
haven't
safe
gone
place.
yet.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Yeah, we know.
Where
We
at
can
work you learn all about that kind of stuff.
This is what
which
this
very
is.
Nice.
This is saving
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Are you still at the state hospital?
Yeah, I'm at the state hospital. I used to be maintenance. Now I'm a mental health worker.
I'm going to the bathroom.
That's awesome. Do you wanna call that the break then?
I'm down. I need to go to the bathroom as well. I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah, look at that. That was the last thing I was listening to.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. That was great.
Wait, you said Aaron Carter?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, he fucking died.
dude, literally, this came out an hour ago. Hold on, can we preface this when we get after this, and you can cut it?
Shit's going on right now.
Dude,
This thing's recording, so it's.
according to reports, Aaron Carter has died at age 34. Sources says he was found dead in a bathtub at his California home earlier this morning. Our thoughts and prayers go to his family and friends. This is from World Star.
Damn, just talking about this dude. I'm pretty sure my mic was off this whole time. The switch I just turned on. Maybe.
We'll have to check it. If not, this might pick up you anyways, because mine's usually up because I'm farther away.
Alright, word. Alright, you said
That's crazy. That's wild.
That's crazy that we just talked about that. I give him props.
What's your number?
The same day he died.
Dude, that's like XXX Tentacion X.
Oh, that's your email.
I just
Send it.
texted you. Oh, did it go through that?
Yeah, I remember when he died. That was crazy.
Dude, I was working at D'Angelo's, my first job, and I'm playing this song because this kid's never heard it before. And power goes out. Huge storm in Concord. I'm driving him home, and he's like, "Hey, this guy you just told me about just died today." I was like, "What?"
Dude, that's tragic. A lot of artists have died recently.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't send it to you. Maybe it's because I'm hooked up to some. Let me try to send it over that.
Can you airdrop it? Will that work?
Oh yeah, you could. I don't know if you
This
can
might
airdrop
have
it.
just delivered, I hope.
Oh, your headphones are down here. There you go.
Hell yeah. Will I be able to hear myself too?
I don't think so.
No worries. I'll figure it out.
The light's not on my mic.
Huh?
The light is not on my mic.
Yeah, mine isn't either.
Yeah, no.
Usually it glows purple, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
Are you talking in it?
I can't tell if mine.
I am. Do you want to plug your headphones into it?
Yeah, no, they're recording. Or it reads
Mhm.
it. Alright, hold on. Let me know if you can hear that.
Yeah, I can hear it. We're good. You want to just turn it up a little bit more? Alright, this mic should be on now.
Oh, is that too much?
That should be good. That's good. Here we go. We good to go? Alright, word. Hey, hey. She's been a while. Hey,
Let me find my flow to it. All them boys, they don't wanna box me out. Shit, I'ma have to just go through it. And it's cool if you wanna hate me now, bitch. But I swear that shit's so stupid. You should worry about yourself and what your bros doing. Don't tryna run up on me just to get cold feet in this bitch like you motherfucking snowshoeing. Shit, I got vast with the producing. It don't matter with a ball or a gun, I'ma go shooting. And it's all just for fun, and my bars got a punch that can throw units. Mess with the flow so soothing. Pick what you want, this shit's gonna thump out your kicker or sub on the whole movement. Try to play with this one, nah, don't do it. Shit. Took some time off, let me pick it up right where I left. Motherfuckers don't even know they right to their left. If we talking about cash, you can write me a check, this might be a flex. Maybe, ayy, but I'm here to say it might be a stretch. But the shit's no biggie, but life of the death, and the shit sound nice with a light of the best strains. Man, bitches playing head games in the 10th grade, now they broke on a bed from and ain't got rent paid. Right there's where you peak, cause you been lame. Man, coming so sweet in the end game. I got weed in the jungle going in Maine, where you can share bunk like inmates. Go and get your shit straight, yeah, I gotta get straight to it. I'ma send shots like an M8. Me on a vast beat mix so well with it. All the shit they talk is to hell with it. When I spit a stick, there's no gel in it. And I got a fire taste like it's Hell's Kitchen. You wouldn't know dope if you fell in it. If you want to smoke, I got L spinning. Better seek an exit, no need to question. I'm a lethal weapon, fuck Mel Gibson shit. Smoking weed on the outskirts has my mouth turns dry. I'm a down to earth guy with a pound of pure fire. When the speed limit's around 35. And I got one hand on a wheelie and curly fries. She got a hand on my dick and I'm circumcised. I got a kid with some third fertilized. Shit. You get it.
That was pretty good for one
That
take.
was awesome.
Hell yeah. Thank
Dude,
you.
one take?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, Mel Gibson got it. Oh man.
Oh,
Jeez,
that was,
dude.
that's a lot to dissect.
Hell yeah, when you guys play that back, let me know. You guys have a chance to listen to that shit.
That was good.
Thank you, man.
I like the snowshoeing, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Got cold feet and snowshoeing.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? It was the one about talking shit since 10th grade. Now your rent's not paid.
Remember bitches playing head games in the 10th grade and they broke on a bed frame and ain't got rent paid.
Dude. Oh.
Hell
How
yeah,
do you?
thank you.
man.
I don't even know how to like. I don't know how I'm supposed to react.
I mean, that was because your idol. Your idol just died. Your hero,
dude, that
your
was
hero
just
just
for
went.
Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter.
Rest in peace, Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter. That was for you, my man.
Wow, dude. This is hold on. Not to take away. That was like perfect timing.
Yeah.
Not to take away from that couple bars we just heard. But Aaron Carter, you just went off for Aaron Carter. That was, dude. We are the first
Shit, we're
podcast
making-
to be talking about Aaron Carter's death, even though it's not going to come out till Wednesday.
That's so crazy.
But we can clip it. We can clip it. Post it early about Aaron Carter.
That's so wild.
But that's crazy. The first you said Mac Miller, and then John Mayer, Aaron Carter,
Yeah.
and then you just go off like that.
I mean, rest in peace to Aaron Carter, but yeah, Mac Miller, John Mayer, biggest inspiration. Thank you, Aaron Carter, for sparking that fuse in me.
yeah. Wow.
I don't
But
want anybody to think that I'm living and breathing for Aaron Carter, though. I mean, rest in peace to him.
Rest
I
in
don't-
peace,
I'm not
man.
saying anything
But
bad
you're
about
not that powerful.
But dude, that was fire. And that was your
That was a
buddy's
really good
beat,
beat,
right?
too.
Yeah, my friend Matt.
Well,
Vassy.
that was
Shout out
hard.
to Matt Vassy. He's a good guy, a good friend of mine.
Dude, I can't wait to listen to that back because
Yeah.
I definitely missed a couple things.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude. This was really fun.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it. That was really good, and I mean, I keep telling everybody who comes on, it's an open invitation, but it truly
That's
is.
what I said. Anytime you want to come on, and you were
Especially-
saying when he drops a song, we can
Yeah.
listen to it. Well, not after he releases it. We'll wait to listen to it with him.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
love it.
Like a
Yeah, man.
viewing party. And if you get you said you wanted a video for which song was it?
For Can't Say Us,
For
but
Can't Say Us. We can watch that video with him for the first time
Yeah.
after he
yeah,
releases
that'd
it.
be
Yeah,
dope.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly though, anytime. It's
Thank
normally
you
a
guys
lot
so
more
much.
put together. The mics are all figured out.
I can't.
Yeah.
This
I
is gonna
almost
be a
asked
mess,
5
but
minutes in. I was gonna.
but
ask
it's a
'cause I didn't
gem.
see it.
It's a gem.
This could have been shut off the whole entire time.
That's all right. I saw it moving, so it should be okay. But it's normally a lot more put together. This is a better situation, but
Yeah.
it
We
don't
had
matter.
Such good conversation. As long as you can like pick up the
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 content's gonna outdo everything. It's
hell
That
yeah.
was
Yeah.
fire, dude.
it's this is definitely gonna be another one where people are saying it's a gem.
Dude,
Mhm.
fuck
We
yeah.
got a couple episodes already that are gems here, but
I think we had some great conversations, man.
Mhm.
You know,
we
Yeah.
definitely appreciate
I
it.
appreciate you guys opening up. You know, being vulnerable with me because I came down here
Mhm.
vulnerable.
It's what it's all
you
it's
know?
about.
And
right?
hey, when you start that podcast, and I mean, I'm gonna message you before the end of the week. I'm gonna make sure you're doing it. You're at least getting
hell yeah.
the steps,
Yeah.
because that's it, man. And when you guys start, come on, man. We'll plug it. I mean, not that we have a
Dude,
following.
and you gotta, we could link up.
Yeah,
and
man.
your friend's a rapper, or do you consider yourself a rapper? Is that the first thing, or
definitely an artist. For
Artist?
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
okay.
I do
and-
rap though, but I definitely say artist because I sing a lot too.
Yeah.
Mm.
My friend is an artist as well. He raps. And if you guys met him, right now I kind of wish he was here because we share the same dream. He's a
Mhm.
Mhm.
shout out Ceej, Christopher John LaFave. If this is still rolling right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
he's my best friend. I'm telling you, that dude is so special and he's very gifted and he's very talented. I wish he was kind of here right now just because like he's my other half. He really he weighs me out perfectly.
Yeah.
He's very 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 cool. And the next time we guys do this,
Yeah. Next time you
whether-
got to bring him with you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, next time we'll see you, you'll be starting the podcast.
hell yeah,
You both will come on. You'll talk about your music.
Mhm.
You're gonna talk about your podcast.
yeah.
It's gonna be another gem,
Absolutely.
man.
I
Yeah.
love it.
And then we'll have
And then-
use. We'll
and
have
we'll
you
have watched
spit.
Steven
He'll
Universe.
go.
Yeah.
I'll have a few episodes
You
watched.
gotta
I
get-
promise.
You got to get through that first season. It's
Yeah.
tough. CJ, he watched the full Steven Universe, and I'm glad he did.
Mm.
There you go.
You know, hell yeah.
But-
Not many people have watched it. No, not many people believe me.
Yeah. Hey, if your takeaways from this episode, it's be you, follow your dreams, listen to Growing Pains, and watching Steven Universe.
Hell yeah. I remember you messaged me too when you wanted me to say one thing for.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, advice.
Yes.
Hey, so not for the podcast in particular or for us in particular, give us some advice that one day, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, when you're not here,
Mhm.
your son happens to fall upon this, watch it, some advice for him, no matter where he is in life, what he's going through.
I got
What's
a
your
few,
advice?
Yeah, I got a few different things, and this could go for my son and a lot of other people. It's just like you grow up and you have this innocence and you have this dream of what you want to be, and the best thing I can say is that you really should just grasp a hold of it. And there's going to be times where you get picked on for things that you believe in. You're going to get picked on for things that you do. Like, I can't help but make an example. When I was in 7th grade, another person I'm obsessed with that it's not cool to be obsessed with is Michael Jackson. And I went to school for Halloween dressed as Michael Jackson. I was dressing like him. But let me tell you, I was so influenced by his voice and his singing and his dancing that if I didn't listen to what people said and I just kept dancing and I just kept singing, I'd be a million times better artist and better performer than I would be now. So what I could say is, whatever child dream you have, just fucking stick to that and don't let anybody fuck that up. Like, when people pick on you, it's a good thing that they're picking on you. It's because you're different, and different is incredible. And that goes for my son Iro. That goes for anybody else too that really holds on to a dream. You know, it gets crushed by people. It gets crushed because their dream's already gone. You know, and I still hold on to my dream, and I hope that not hope, but I know that I'm gonna do something with this dream for sure. So,
I love that.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
We'll see you next
so
time,
much.
man.
Yeah,
We
fuck
appreciate
yeah.
it,
Thank
dude.
you guys so much.
That was fire.
Hell yeah.
That was fire.